Hello, what is going on? It's Members of the team. Welcome back to Super Mega Baseball. So remember the last episode we finished out the season, and today we're going to be going over the Super Division Championship Series here. And as you can see, here's our lineup. Michael's going in. I didn't actually leave this in, but I put in Bell over Josh because Josh had really low mojo for the start of the game, and I didn't really want anything bad to happen. So we start out here with a fly out to straightaway center field. And getting an out on the first pitch is always a good way to start. And after some good pitching, a ground out here gets us our second out of the first inning. And then a fly out to right center field ends the first inning. We start out, Bell here hits a nice single through the fielders in right field. Great way to start. Then Nick hits one the opposite direction into left field. Runners on, one with no outs. Next up is Caleb, and I hit a double to right center field, and we're gonna score 2 off of that. So great way to start the postseason for my dude. Jed ended up getting out. I think it was a line out or something like that. But anyways, this is a very strange play. There was a play like this in the regular season where the person going to third actually got out. But anyways, it doesn't amount to anything because Marshall just flies out to end the inning. Excuse me, not end the inning. That's only the second out. And then Mikasa hits a single right up the middle and is going to score Caleb, giving us a 3-run lead going into the the top of the second inning. And a towering fly ball from Michael in his right center field ends the inning for us. Next up, they hit a super long ball. I'm like, oh no, it's gonna be a home run. And this is the first time I've ever done that. It's the first time I've ever robbed a home run. That was a great timing and such too. So anyways, they hit a single up the middle. No, they didn't. That was the third out. I dived a little bit early on accident. I hit the wrong button at the wrong time. And they're going to be able to plate a triple from this. So that's unfortunate. So we hope we can pitch out of this, but an unfortunate bounce that happens when Caleb tried to field the ball scores. Actually, it didn't score. They didn't go. I'm surprised about that. I forgot about that. Anyways, I get 2 strikes on this person. Jet's just barely not able to get to it, so they're going to be able to score off of that. And yeah. Then there's a single through the left side that Jad's barely not able to get him in time, even though he made a great play on it. And then we double him up. Now, a little bit later, a ball that goes right over Bell's head. I did jump. It actually worked this time, but it'll be a triple to right center field, which is the place you normally get a triple. I mean, left center field in this park is way, way farther out. Morgan's able to pitch out of that, so nothing came from it. A little bit later, Nick hits a double to straightaway right field, which is really nice. It went right to the bottom of the wall, and so it was like basically impossible to catch it. And then Caleb comes up again with a double to left field, straightaway left field, just down the line. And I played my 3rd RBI of the game. Actually ended up not being a double. I thought I could get to 2, but because it hit the wall, it just didn't end up working out. But this barely got over the bag, and Nick barely wasn't able to get to it. So Marshall comes, he throws it in. And they have another person on third because, of course, a little ground ball here. I hit the wrong button. I threw it to home, which was a stupid idea. And so, as you can see, it really bites me in the butt here as he hits a 2-run home run to straightaway right field to tie the game. So, if I had gotten the dude out at first and he still hit the home run, we'd still have had the lead at this point. So it was just like a really unfortunate mistake. Then a little bit later, making up for his poor regular season ending, Michael hits a home run to straightaway center field. That was a bomb. That went really far. So that was pretty awesome. That was the 462 I was thinking about in the last video. Then Morgan hits a double to left center field here. I just want to leave it in because I thought it was pretty cool. Nothing comes of it because the next batter gets out. So, pretty cool stuff. Anyways, as I said here, it's time to take Morgan out because he's giving up 4 runs. So we put Devin in, with our 1-run lead. And he starts out, and immediately, first pitch, he gives up a hit to left center field. And I believe this was another triple, which is, like, they've got some speed on the team. So, I guess the Beowulfs are a speed-oriented team, maybe? Anyways, then there was a sac fly to center field, and they're going to be able to score another run and tie the game at 5, which is unfortunate. But Devin's able to pitch out of the inning, and in the end, they got 1 run. Anyways, Nick lines out to second base, I line out to second base, and Jad lines out to third base. I just wanted to keep that in because that was a pretty interesting sort of thing. I forgot that the dude had already... It was a double, I think, or something like that. It's unfortunate that they were able to steal that. I threw it to the wrong base, and it was a noodle arm throw. Anyways, we end up getting out of the inning, so pretty cool stuff. A little bit later, my dad hits a home run to left center field. Another bomb. It's another solo home run, which is unfortunate. But, you know, we got the lead once again, which is great. Next up is Marshall, who is going to hit a single right up the middle. He's been Mr. Consistent this game. He's gotten, I think, 3 singles. And then Mikasa hits a ball deep to center field, and I'm like, oh, it's off the wall, keep going. But that was a home run because it hit above the yellow line. So that was really cool. That was a line drive home run that went 425 feet. Freaking crazy. But that brings the score up to 5-8. And then Bell hits a double to right center field, which is pretty cool. I just wanted to leave it in because it's cool when we get those hits, especially when it's 2 outs. And then Nick is up to bat, and this is only like a couple of the pitches you've seen, but this was a pathetic walk. 4 straight balls, and I didn't swing the bat once or anything. It was just that ball that bounced in the dirt in front of the plate. That's hilarious. But I end up grounding out or something like that, and they're out of the game. And Jacob strikes out the first batter at the top of the 9th inning. The second one grounds out, and the third one is going to fly out to left center field, and the Wide Loads have won the first game of the Super Division Championship Series with a score of 8-5. And as you can see, everyone in the starting lineup got a hit, which is really awesome. And rightfully deserved, Caleb gets player of the game. Alright, here we go, jumping into Game 2 against the Beowulfs. To start off the game, the first batter flies out to center field. She pulled that pitch from outside and drove that into right field. That was crazy. That was like really outside too, but they hit a solo home run to give themselves a 1-0 lead. Their next batter hits a single up the middle, giving them another base runner. Now this should have been the double play to end the inning, but I forgot that there was a guy on first base, and I didn't throw it to second, and I just completely forgot. And then a single goes right up the middle, and is able to send home another run, which is going to give them a 2-0 lead. Next up, another RBI single up the middle scores another, and now they have a 3-0 lead in the top of the first with 2 outs still. And then an RBI double to right field. And because it was a double, Marshall's able to get it off the bounce off the wall because I dived at that point. And yeah, and then they're going to line out to the pitcher, and that's how the inning ends. But Nick hits a towering fly ball to left center, start in the bottom one. I think grounded out. And then Caleb hits a fly ball to the exact same position. So, very unfortunate inning. But that same person who hit the home run hits a long triple to left center field into the deepest part of the park, as I mentioned in the first game. But this is now with 2 outs. This entire thing is happening with 2 outs. Next up, the same guy hits an RBI single, and it's an infield single to Jad. He's just unable to get out in time. It was a great play to stop it, but it just didn't end up working out. And now this ball is hit to right center field. Marshall's not fast enough to catch up to it in time, and because of the poor throw choice I made by throwing it straight to home and rather than my cutoff or anything like that, they're going to be able to get. It's going to be an inside the park home run. McHill's able to pitch out of it, but at the end it's still 7-0 at the bottom second. So Jed's able to hit a single to right center field, which is pretty good. We got a base runner finally. And yeah, next up is my dad is gonna line out the third base. Very unfortunate. Jed's able to get back in time though, so they didn't double him up. And then Marshall is going to ground to a shortstop, and they're gonna get a double play, but I rage quit straight up. Before we go into Game 3 here, you can see the little bracket here, and that both championship series are tied at 1-1. So start off, Josh hits a single to right center field. Well, right field, excuse me, which is pretty good. Then Nick comes up and he hits a single that goes into center field. If that fielder had caught it, would have actually been a ground ball. Anyway, Caleb singles then up the middle. So now we have three people on and no outs. So Jed comes up and hits a little pop-up that ends up being called an infield fly. So yeah, unfortunate. And then my dad hits into a double play that bounces straight off a home plate, ends our first inning. They start off with a long fly ball to right center field that, once again, what do you know, is a triple. It's not like they've hit 10 of those already this series. Next up, they hit a single up the middle, and that's going to score the triple from the first batter. And then a ground out ends the first inning. Oh, this was an interesting play. It was a fly ball double play. I was trying to tag up with Mikasa, but I thought she could do it, but she just wasn't fast enough. Anyways, they hit another triple to right center field. What do you know? Because they seem to have a real good knack for that. And then the next guy up is going to hit a home run to straightaway left center. Left field, left center, I don't even really know. But it gives them a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. Jumping to the bottom of the third, they hit a single into right field. And then a ground out doesn't advance the runner because they stole the pitch before. And then they hit an RBI double into left field, which is on 2 outs as well. And then a groundout's going to end the inning, but they do add another run to their total. Caleb grounds out in the top of the 4th inning, and then next up, Chad grounds out with a swinging bunt. The catcher tags him out. Adam gets another strikeout, so that's pretty good. Marshall hits a single into right center, excuse me. And then I decide to sub in Bell here. It wouldn't let me change before that first pitch, which is the first couple pitches, which is unfortunate. But Bell just hits into a double play and ends the inning. I made a mistake here and I accidentally clicked Morgan because I saw the black hair and I thought it was Devin, and I'm like, ah. And I just sent in Andrew and I put him in the game. And he had a pretty decent day. So there's a fly out to Mikasa, and then this ball goes all the way to the left center field wall, and it's going to be another triple. Just, of course it's going to be another triple. And then they hit another triple to right center field that's going to score another run. It was actually a double, and I don't know, I hate when that happens with the throws. Then, a ground out to Jad is going to end the bottom of the 5th inning, but they do, again, tack on another run. So, top 6, Nick here singles into center field. And then Caleb comes up and hits an RBI double down the right field line. Actually, it's not a double, it's a triple, so a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. Which is really, really nice. And then Jad comes up and hits an RBI single to center field to bring us within 3. My mom pinch hitting for my dad comes in and hits a single in left field. Mikasa hits an RBI single in center field, so that gives us 3 runs in the inning, which is really nice. And then I subbed out Michael for Aaron here, and then they also subbed out their pitcher. Andrew had a decent time. He struck out another guy, hadn't allowed a run yet. And then after a couple outs and such, Nick hits a long fly ball to center field, and it's gone. That brings us within run here. Brings us within 1 here at the bottom of the top of the 7th inning. So that's really nice. We're getting there. The bottom of the 8th inning, we get a strikeout to start it off, and then they hit a single to center field. And I don't remember how the other person got on, but they hit an RBI triple again. Next up, yeah, it's a home run. Another 2-run home run to center field. And pretty much there's nothing else we did in the top of the 9th inning. I just included a little clip here of the third baseman catching the foul ball out, and that was the end of Game 3. Very unfortunate that we lost again, and I was absolutely devastated by the fact that we had lost the 3rd game, because I'm like, God, our playoffs are over, dude. But as you can see right here, it's a 5-game series. Jumping into Game 4 here, we start off pretty quickly with Josh hitting a long fly ball into left field that ends up being caught. We move to the bottom of the 1st inning where the first batter comes up and they hit a pitch all the way out to left center field, and I messed up with the dive or something. It's kind of flaggy for me, so I'm not even really sure. I don't remember exactly what happened, but they get another inside the park home run off it, so that's fun. A little bit later, top second, Michael hits a single in left field. Josh comes up and hits a single into center field. And then Nick hits into a double play to end the inning. So they hit a single that barely skips over the plate, and it's a little unfortunate. Then they hit a single basically the opposite direction into right field, just past Nick, and we're able to keep it to 2 singles though, which is good. Next up, they end up hitting into a double play, so we're going to end the inning and avoid any scoring threat. Jed comes up, he hits a single to center field in the top of the 4th. My dad then comes up and hits into a double play, and that's like the 3rd double play of this game already. Then this was off the bat, I'm like, oh no, but it was a long fly ball to Mikasa. Morgan singles to left center field in the top of the 6th inning. And then Josh hits him home with an RBI triple, which is like really good for Josh. This went so far, went all the way to the wall and bounced off it. And because of the angle it bounced off, it gave Josh that extra time to get to 3rd base. We're tied up and it's been a pretty defensive game so far. But coming up here, Nick hits into a fielder's choice where they get the out at home plate. If I had ever tried that, I wouldn't have ever got either out. But Nick reaches safely, and then I ground into a double play to end the inning. But we tied the game. Going top 7 here, Jad singles to right field. Avoiding any sort of scoring threat, Marshall hits into a double play. A little bit later, top of the 8th inning, my mom was pinch hitting for Morgan, hits a single into left field. Nothing comes of it. Nick here in the top of the 9th inning singles to center field. I fly out way deep into center field, and I make Nick tag up. And he reaches safely, so that's like awesome. And then right here, I zoomed in on that so you could see the ball went right through his bat, literally through the model. So that was a bit unfortunate. So we misplay a single. There's a flyout that goes to right field, and then Devin's able to end the inning with a looking K. Bottom 10, Devin strikes out a guy looking, or I don't remember, maybe it was swinging. Devin walks a guy. He'd had a great game up until that point. And then Caleb makes a great diving play to get the ground out to end the inning. Starting off, Bell singles top of the 11th, center field. Josh comes up next and does the exact same thing. And Bell's barely able to reach in time. Good thing he's a fast character. Nick comes up and he hits a single into left field. So we've got 3 guys on with no outs once again. And this is a really strange play coming up here. So anyways, Caleb comes up and he hits it. Alright, Caleb has a little dinky grounder to the pitcher, who we end up scoring. Caleb gets thrown out. And for some reason, Josh kept running. I had stopped holding the button, I think. Maybe it said it was still holding it, but it was unfortunate. Anyways, Jad's able to hit a single up the middle, and the only guy who didn't get out on that last play is able to score, and we take a 3-1 lead. And to end it, my dad grounds out to the pitcher. We move bottom 11. Jacob, on like the first pitch, I think, is able to get a ground out to get the first out of the inning. Then another ground out, this time to Jacob, gets us the second out. Then they hit a triple to left center field, and I'm like, oh no, don't let this be a inside the park home run. I don't want them coming back. We're so close to winning and to, bringing this to Game 5. Josh makes an excellent diving play to end the game, and we have tied the series 2-2. And yeah, we're going to the 5th game of the series, which makes sense. It's been a pretty even series. As you can see by the bracket page, both series are going to 5 games. And here we have Game 5 against the B-Wolves. To lead off, Michaela gets a long fly ball to center field that is caught. They hit a single into left center, just over Jad's head. He was unable to get to it, but it was kept through single, so it's not a big deal. Josh makes a great diving play to get the guy out at second. Josh hits a single up the middle. Nick grounds into a double play. Caleb comes up, he hits a single to left field. And Jad pops up to the second baseman. Actually, no, it went into the outfield. Jad makes a great diving stop to throw the guy out to end the inning. Then my dad comes up and he hits a single into right center. Marshall grounds to the first baseman who touches the bag but is unable to throw my dad out at second. Next up comes Mikasa, who hits a single into right field and puts runners on the corners. And then Michael hits into a double play, and he nearly beat that out too. Michaela hits a single here up the middle. Josh hits a double up the left field line, and Michaela's going to have to stop at third, but we got runners in scoring position. Then Nick hits a double to right field, straightaway right field, and is going to score both runs. So that's pretty darn cool. We take a 2-0 lead here, bottom 3. Then Caleb comes up and blasts a ball all the way to right center. I'm like, I should make him hold up. I didn't think it was gone, but it just barely got over the wall. So hey, that's a 2-run home run. It gives us a 4-0 lead here in the inning. Next up here, Marshall hits a single into left field that bounces off the fielder's glove. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Caleb hits a long fly ball to right center field that isn't going to go out this time. Then Jad follows up by popping it up super high to the second baseman just into the outfield. This I was super scared it was going to be a home run, but we're able to track it down, and it just ends up being a really long fly ball. Marshall comes up and he doubles to left center, getting it just past the center fielder, and barely making it into second base. Then Michael comes up and he hits a single up the middle that's going to score Marshall. And so we take a 5-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the ball gets away, so I had Michael go to second, he got thrown out. So, it's unfortunate. Josh makes a great diving play here to stop it and get us out of the 7th inning. Going into the top of the 9th inning, ground out to Nick, gets the first out. A ground out to Josh, gets the second out. And then a swinging bunt that bounces to Michael, and he throws out the runner, and we are going to the championship. It's the actual Super Mega Baseball League Championship. Woo! It's pretty freaking awesome. That series was that was a roller coaster. Second game, I freaking rage quit. I got so upset. Third game, we lost, and in the 4th game, we were able to keep ourselves in it, and we're going to be playing. So, let's see who we're going to be playing in the championship series. The Moonstars come back and they win, and we will be seeing them in the championship game.